Namaste, welcome. My name is Kristyn and thank you so much for choosing to be here. In today's video, you are joining me here in beautiful Montezuma, Costa Rica at the Avis Resort. And I'm so excited to share with you today a mini practice, a yoga asana practice to activate and to open the throat chakra, the fifth chakra, Visshudha chakra. Within the physical body, this energetic center really resides in the back of the throat, the neck, the cervical spine, the region around the upper chest, the shoulders, and the neck. And so our focus today will be finding asana and exploring gentle dynamic movement to help relieve tension and get the energy or the flow of prana moving in this particular region of the body, as well as introducing and weaving in different pranayama or breathing techniques, as well as closing the practice with a short guided meditation to really connect to the wisdom of this energetic center. The throat chakra really resonates with our ability to communicate truth, to speak our truth, and to live honestly and genuinely in this life by way of honest communication. Expressing ourselves by way of voice and sound, singing and chanting and mantras, whatever really calls to you, whatever really speaks to you. The throat chakra I like to think of like this portal, this vessel that really connects our heart chakra and our lower chakras to our higher chakras. And so I like to think of it like this funneling of this energy that's kind of encompassed within the lower four chakras that is then expressed through this vortex of the throat chakra outwards and upwards and into our lives. And so for today, I invite you to listen to your body. Know that your body is your best teacher. To pause when you need to take refuge when you need to, and to always know that my offerings are simply suggestions and that you know your body best. Today we'll begin in a comfortable seated position, Sukhasana or easy pose, crossing the ankles, establishing a nice long spine, closing the eyes or perhaps just maintaining a softer gaze. You're welcome to establish a focal point or a drishti just in front of the body here. You might introduce a mudra or a hand gesture, Vishuddha mudra, by taking the hands into the lap, palms to the sky, and then interlacing the fingers and letting the thumbs and the fingertips come to touch. And just begin to connect to the already present rhythm of your breath. And begin to pay special attention to the sensations of the breath in the back of the throat. And then slowly begin to deepen into the experience of the breath. Feeling the expansion of the breath down into the belly, up into the ribs, and finally up into the chest and even the neck. Dirga pranayama, the full yogic breath. Exhaling to release, returning the breath back out. Just a couple of deep Dirga breaths here. Allowing yourself to fully arrive into this moment. And now you're welcome to just stay exploring Dirga breath. Or you might feel called to layer in Brahmari breath or the buzzing bee breath. On the exhale, with the lips closed but a relaxed jaw, Brahmari is found by a gentle humming sound on the exhale, like the sound of a buzzing bee. So perhaps inhaling Ujjayi, cut that part out. Perhaps inhaling Dirga Pranayama, Exhaling, Brahmari breath. Breathing in. One more. Letting that go and returning back to your natural flow of breath. Just take a moment here to notice how you feel. Activating and opening up this energetic center from within. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Audible exhale through the mouth. Take your left hand to your heart and your right hand on top of your left. Tucking the chin down towards the chest, hugging throat chakra in. So we welcome a collective intention for today's practice. I speak my truth and communicate openly, clearly, and with integrity. When you're ready, lift your gaze, flutter the eyes open, relax your arms down by your sides. Inhale deeply, sweep the arms out and up, look up, so open the throat as you gaze up towards the thumbs. Exhale, fingertips down to the shoulders, and from here start to trace nice big circles with the elbows, moving with breath. Feeling into this range of motion in the shoulder joints. Good, and when you feel ready, start to move in the opposite direction. Good, finding your way back to center, release fingertips down to the earth, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, drop the chin down towards the chest. Inhale as you start to roll the right ear towards right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Just rolling the head and neck side to side. And the next time you roll right ear to right shoulder, pausing here. Walk the left fingertips away from the body. Feeling into that deep stretch on the left side of the neck. Option to lift the left hand up just a little bit. Like you're reaching left fingertips away from you. Final option is to draw fingertips back like you're pressing the left palm away from the left shoulder. Deep breaths here. Breathing into sensation. You might even trace little circles with that left hand, exploring how sensation changes even with the most subtle of micro adjustments. Good. Slowly lower the left hand back down. Roll the chin through center. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Pausing for a couple of breaths. Walk the right fingertips away from you. Option to lift the right hand. Maybe press the palm away. Option to trace little circles with that right hand. Maybe little circles, maybe bigger circles, just taking it nice and slow. Being curious about sensation. Good. Lower right hand back down, chin to chest. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, interlace the fingers, bring the palms in behind the back of the head. And just working with gravity now, gently draw the chin closer to the chest. Sitting up nice and tall, breathing into the upper back and neck. Next, inhale, start to lift your gaze, lift the elbows up. Let your head fall heavy into your palms. Hug navel to spine, containment in your core, gentle back bend. Open the shoulders, lift the sternum. Find your way back to center. Relax your arms down by your sides. You might rotate the wrists a couple of times. Ground into the right hand. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale into a gentle lateral or side stretch. Ground into the left sitting bone. Reach the left arm up and over. And then start to trace nice big circles with that left arm. Deepening into the range of motion in the left arm. In the left shoulder. Moving with breath, meditation in movement. Organically start to move in the opposite direction, finding balance. Good. Slowly come back into your lateral. Slowly come back into your lateral stretch. Inhale, come up through center, long spine. Exhale, up and over to the other side. Lengthen from right hip to right fingertips. And then start to move that right arm, tracing the shape of the sun or the moon. Moving with breath. The right shoulder joint, you might be navigating through. Cut that part out. In the right shoulder joint, you might be navigating through some little cracks and crunches. That's okay. But if it feels like too much, just take it a step back. Again, when you're ready, move in the opposite direction. Good. Come back into your lateral or side stretch. Inhale, come up through center. Let the palms come to touch. Exhale, hands down to Anjali Mudra at the heart. Sitting up nice and tall, drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Forearms come parallel to the earth. And then begin to press more into the right palm so the left elbow comes out to the left side. Notice that deep stretch in the inner upper left arm. The shoulders start to hunch upward, just drop them down and away from the ears. Inhale deeply. Exhale, come through center, press more into your left hand, right elbow comes out to the right side. Again, a couple of breaths here. Slowly find your way back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, come into a twist over to the right. So right hand comes behind you, left hand meets the right knee. Inhale, lengthen from root to crown. Exhale, hug navel to spine, gently twist over to the right. Gaze over and beyond the right shoulder. And on your next inhale, hold the twist, but start to gaze over the left shoulder. Exhale, back over the right. 2 more breaths. Inhale, gaze over left shoulder. Exhale, bring the gaze back over the right. Inhale deeply. Exhale, unravel your twist, come through center. Breathe in, reach the arms up, long spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand behind you like a little kickstand. Right hand finds your left knee. Inhale, lengthen root to crown. Exhale, twist to the left. Hold the shape of the twist. Inhale, gaze over the right shoulder. Exhale over the left. 2 more nourishing breaths here. Dynamic movement into the cervical spine, upper back and neck. Breathing in. Exhale, release through center. From here, if you have a prop underneath your seat, I just invite you to set that off to the side for now. Take your hands behind you, fingertips face forward, ground into the palms, open the chest, peel the shoulder blades towards one another. Lift your gaze, open the throat. Option to lift your pelvis and your hips up, coming up onto the knees or the shins. Breathing here. Slowly lower all the way back down. Uncross the legs, extend the legs long, give the knees a little bit of a shake. To find balance, we'll come into the other side, so cross the ankles once again, but opposite ankle comes on top or in front. Take the hands behind you, ground into your palms, open the chest, lift your gaze, open the throat. Again, option to rise up onto the knees or shins, lift the pelvis and the hips. If it feels good, safe, comfortable for the neck, release the head back. Slowly bring chin to chest, lower the sitting bones back down. From here, come over onto your hands and knees. Untuck the toes, bring a little bit of space in between the knees, big toes come to touch. Draw your sitting bones down towards your heels. And then take your hands in front of you in between the knees, but turn your fingertips to face the body. So open the wrist towards the front of your mat if that feels comfortable for you. If it feels like too much flexion in the wrists, you can always take a prop underneath your seat. Here we'll explore a few rounds of lion's breath. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, and then on the exhale, exhale out an audible sigh through the mouth, sticking the tongue out and bringing your gaze up towards the mind's eye center. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Good. Again, inhale deeply. One more. When you're ready, lift your gaze, slowly release, rest your hands on top of your thighs, and just take a moment here. Notice how you feel. In your own time, find your way into tabletop position. Coming onto all fours, untuck the toes, press the tops of the feet into the earth, stack the joints, spread the fingertips wide. Inhale, dip the belly low, lift the gaze, open the throat as you draw your gaze forward and up, cow spine. Exhale, constrict the back of the throat, find Ujjayi breath as you dome the upper back, tuck the chin, hug throat chakra in, and gaze towards your toes. Inhale, open the chest, lift the gaze out and up. Exhale, Ujjayi breath, ocean sounding breath. Welcome that vibrational tone into the back of the throat, into cat stretch. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale to hug into yourself. Slowly come back to neutral spine. Tuck the toes under. Find flexion in all 10 toes. Inhale, cow spine, but this time we'll pause here. Gently draw the heart forward and up. Gaze lifts. Open the throat. Feel the flow of breath in the back of the throat. Breathing in. Exhale, dome the upper back into cat. Find that counter shape. This time, rise up onto your finger pads and just gently sway a little bit forward and back. Good. Coming back home to tabletop, ground into your palms, send the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take about 5 breaths here. So pedal out the feet, find a little bit of intuitive movement, but allow the head and the neck to hang so heavy that you can shake the head safely. No. Letting go of any tension in the cervical spine. Or maybe you shake the head yes. Take one more deep breath in. Lift the heels, exhale, lower the knees back down. Walk the hands 2 steps forward. Bend the elbows, inner elbows towards your side ribs as you come down slowly, slowly onto the belly. Untuck the toes, loop the shoulders onto the back of the body. Inhale, lift the chest, Bhujangasana, low cobra. Exhale, lower chest and chin. Elbows draw towards the back of your mat again. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower down. Perhaps transitioning from baby to king cobra, a few breaths. From here, we'll come into Sphinx pose. As you lift the chest, start to slide the forearms forward, bringing the elbow shoulder width. Stack the shoulders over the elbows, spread the fingertips wide, even turn the fingertips out just a little bit. Gaze at the top of your mat, stay long in the neck. Just be here for a couple of breaths. Closing our practice with more of a yin posture. Tuning into the flow of breath in the back of the throat. Three more nourishing breaths here. When you feel ready, slowly take the elbows wide, roll the belly, chest, and chin back down. Stack the palms at the top of your mat. Create a little pillow for the forehead and just take a few deep belly breaths here. When you're ready, lift your gaze, extend the left arm out in front of you. Use your right palm as you press into the earth to gently roll yourself onto the left side body and then all the way over onto the back of the body. Hug the knees up and into the chest. Maybe rock the knees a little bit side to side. And bring your feet down to the earth. Option for our final pose of rest today. You can heel toe the feet wide, let the knees knock together. A pose of constructive rest, bringing one hand to the low belly, one hand to the heart. Or perhaps you feel naturally drawn to Savasana. Extend the arms, the legs out nice and long, taking up as much space as you need. Ensuring the body feels supported and comfortable. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Audible exhale through the mouth. Just allow the natural flow of your breath to carry you deeper and deeper into relaxation. So you invite all of your awareness and your breath now to rest in the back of the throat. You might imagine or visualize a glowing orb of blue light in the back of the throat, the color of Visshudha chakra. And with each inhale, imagine this orb of light pulsing or expanding, radiating outwards beyond the boundary of the physical body, fully encompassing you in healing blue light. Light that encourages you to speak your truth, to honor your own authentic voice, to communicate truth clearly and openly and with integrity, to find ways of creative expression by way of voice, song, music, chanting, or mantras. And so as you rest back into the essence of Vishuddha chakra, you may consider ways in which you could speak your truth in this life. And I invite you to stay and rest here as long as you need. May you all be happy. May you all be healthy. May you all be peaceful. May you all be free. Namaste. I'd like to thank you so much for choosing to be here today, choosing to practice with me. I hope that you enjoyed this practice. If you did, please leave a like and a comment below. Let me know what you liked and what you'd like to see more of. If you are one of our students here from the Embodied Wisdom online 200-hour yoga teacher training, please leave a like and a comment letting us know that you are here and that we can follow along this part of your journey through the chakras. If you are feeling drawn to an online yoga teacher training, I will leave some more information in the description below. Thank you all so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Namaste.